KEYC News Now to Go is sponsored by River's Edge Hospital and Clinic. People caring for people.
Moments like these make life worth living. River's Edge Hospital and Clinic is your partner in taking control of your own health. Take your steps towards a lasting tomorrow. River's Edge Hospital.
Hello and happy July 1st. Thanks for joining us for this KEYC News Now to Go update. I'm Jackson Jerk. In a few minutes, I'll be joined by First Alert meteorologist Caitlin Lohr with a look at today's forecast and the holiday weekend ahead. We start with state news. Today, a new law should have you double checking your mirrors when sitting in traffic. Lane splitting and lane filtering will become legal for Minnesota motorcyclists starting today. Quinn Gorham explains what you need to know about that new law.
Minnesota's Office of Traffic Safety held a demonstration Monday to show how the state's new lane splitting and lane filtering laws should work.
The riders will now have the right to share that lane with you in certain specified circumstances. Basically, when traffic is moving at less than 25 miles an hour or when traffic is stopped.
I'm currently standing between two parking spots, but for the sake of this demonstration, imagine these as two lanes of traffic on your daily commute. It's bumper to bumper, and there are cars on either side of me moving slow. If I'm on a motorcycle, so long as I obey the guidelines, I can now legally split the middle of these two lanes, so long as they're going in the same direction. That's lane splitting. Then there's lane filtering.
It allows motorcycles to move through traffic that is stopped, such as a traffic light or a traffic jam, but only under these conditions.
Again, both of them require a speed of no more than 15 miles per hour over the speed of traffic and a max speed of 25 miles per hour. OTS officials say it's important for both riders and motorists to know the rules.
Drivers, you need to respect that the riders will now have the right to share that lane with you in certain specified circumstances. Riders, this is not a free pass for dangerous driving behaviors.
The law itself was passed on bipartisan terms in 2024. Advocates like Republican John Kosnick say he sees it as a way for motorcyclists to avoid potentially unsafe situations.
By allowing lane filtering, it allows a motorcyclist to split the lanes and keep moving and then protect themselves from a rear injury or accident and collision.
OTS didn't sponsor the bill on its way through the legislature last year, citing it as an additional layer to traffic congestion and the safety concerns that come with it. Still, their goal is to increase public awareness for the law as much as possible now that it's here. Reporting in St. Paul, I'm Quinn Gorham.
Closer to home, after years of either drought or flood, local farmers are enjoying a more moderate summer growing season. Aaron Stubbe has more with the state of the current crop and what problems are still persisting for some local farmers.
Knee-high by the 4th of July is a common adage to gauge how the yearly corn crop is coming along. For the past couple of years, crops have fallen short of that measure, whether because of years-long drought or historic flooding, destroying much of the local production. This year, however, is much different. Corn crops are growing at waist level or taller before July for the first time in a while, and it's a welcome sight for farmers, who say that it should be a more common sight.
Well, the knee-high by the 4th of July probably goes back to our grandparents' generation or maybe earlier when they planted corn a lot later. And realistically, in today's world, when farmers are shooting for 200 to 250 bushel corn yields, they probably need corn waist high or higher by the 4th of July if they're going to have any chance of achieving those kind of yields.
This year's timely rain and relatively warm temperatures have been a boon for growing crops, but as always, there are exceptions. Areas affected by severe weather and tornadoes in the past couple of weeks will have seen some damage to the crop. Farmers say that while it is too early in the season to fully predict the final crop, it's also too late in the year for most damaged crops to be rebuilt.
They're probably just going to salvage what's in the field if there is crop damage. Once you get past the end of June, it's pretty late to do any replanting of soybeans or anything.
Aaron Stuvey, KEYC News Now.
Not so much switching gears, but just changing it a little bit. Caitlin Lohr joining me at the desk now to talk about some of that weather that may affect farmers this upcoming week and weekend. Caitlin, it's going to be boring, but in a very happy and enjoyable way this upcoming week and weekend.
Yeah, you know, I saw Sean post something about it yesterday on social media, and I was thinking the same thing. Like, we don't have a whole lot to talk about weather-wise, and It just is a nice change of pace for the first time in what feels like forever, being that for the last several weeks we've had several rounds of rain, at least 1 to 2 chances of severe weather in the area for the week, and this week is just looking to be on the quiet side, and I cannot tell you how excited I am for this stress-free forecast for, again, what feels like the first time in a long time. We're looking at seasonal conditions today with sunshine across the area, light winds, temperatures. High of 83 degrees, anywhere in those mid-80s is what we should see across both southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Like I said, it's going to be a great day out there, but make sure you are protecting your skin. Now, I know we always talk about this, but today it is a very high UV index sitting at a level 9, so that's a 15 to 20 minute burn time. What that means is that all it takes is about 15 to 20 minutes minimum for your skin to start burning if you are not taking those necessary precautions. Now, the time of the day that you'll get those max UV rays, so the time that the sun is technically closest to us here at the surface of the earth, is going to be anytime between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. That is when the sun is directly above us, or at zenith, if you know that term. And again, that's when you get that max amount of UV rays. Ways that you can prevent sunburn, of course, always is wearing sunscreen and reapplying that sunscreen, but a hat and sunglasses helps protect your head as well as your eyes. Finding shade just helps protect your body as well, not just from sunburn, but heat-related illnesses. Gives your body time to cool off, and again, most importantly, along with that sunscreen, it's staying hydrated. Once again, that hydration does not just help with you avoiding heat-related illnesses, but it has a second effect, which is hydrating your skin. The more hydrated your skin is, the more protected you are, especially if you double down with that sunscreen. You should be good to go. And this coming weekend, we're looking at a high UV index anywhere between 8 and 10 with the sun out there for the holiday weekend. Make sure you are taking the necessary precautions. It's going to be a warm one, so again, hydration is going to be your best friend for both avoiding heat-related illnesses and protecting your skin. Tonight will be comfortable and quiet with a low of 63 degrees. By tomorrow morning, really not a whole lot going on, but there is a small chance for a little bit of rain tomorrow in southwestern Minnesota and northwestern Iowa. That's through tomorrow morning and into the afternoon hours, but it's going to kind of stay down in that southwestern corner of the entire area. That's going to fizzle out through the afternoon hours. Outside of that southwestern corner, we're looking at sunshine and quiet conditions, and then late tomorrow night around midnight, a few scattered showers, couple thunderstorms possible, are going to return to portions of northern Iowa as we make our way into the rest of Thursday morning. So a little bit of rain mixed in, but most of us should remain quiet. Tomorrow here in Mankato, we're looking at the mid-80s with light winds and more sunshine. As I mentioned, this upcoming weekend is going to be a hot and humid one. We're going to start noticing that humidity increase starting with tomorrow, continuing to feel rather sticky outside going into Friday and Saturday, even Thursday as well. It's going to feel kind of soupy out there. So staying hydrated, have fun, have those adult beverages if that's something that you like to partake in with your festivities, but also make sure you are incorporating mixing in water as well from time to time. Here's a quick look at your extended forecast showing nothing but sunshine between now and Thursday. Thursday will be humid and hot, feeling more like the 90s out there. And then as we go into the holiday weekend, we've got isolated to widely scattered rain chances. So the good news with that is you'll still be able to get outside and enjoy the festivities. Next week will be just a tad cooler in the upper 70s with a chance of showers and storms on Monday and Tuesday.
And of course, responsibly enjoy those beverages this weekend. I'm going to do the same. I know Caitlin will do the same as well. And don't forget to put on the sunscreen. We'll remind you guys. And hydrate. That's right. We're going to remind you guys every day this week before we get to the 4th. Thank you very much, Caitlin. And thanks for watching this KEYC News Now to Go update. Stay with KEYC News Now for the latest local news, weather, and sports on our website.
And download the free KEYC News and Weather apps for the latest headlines and forecast.